Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Tip-off goes to Denver. They set the pick. And there's the lob. Ooh. Gobert with a steal. Here's Grimes. Got a piece of it. Wagner with a steal. Pass to Brown. Fast. Oh, hey! How about
big
that?
Time right there. Big time.
Woo.
That's just a case of really good anticipation from Wagner. Allowed him to swipe the ball and get the play started.
George, no good. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Now here's Porzingis. Hits the jump hook.
Inside, Porzingis has a lot of advantages. He's stronger than he looked, and we know how tall he is, north of 7 feet, and he's got a super soft touch. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
So it's Denver now, after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. And he lobs it up top. And timeout is called by Michael Malone. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. Here's Doncic into the lane. Good.
They immediately found their offensive rhythm, hitting 3 straight shots to start the game.
Here's George. And the jam by George.
George doing a nice job driving with physicality there, seeking out that contact.
Pass to Edwards. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. That one no good. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And Doncic with the jam.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dump all over you.
Inside, Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Pass to Doncic. Fires from deep. For 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. It's Edwards with a drive. Offensive rebound to the middle. He nails it, and we're tied.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Doncic. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Second chance effort. And it's good on the lay-in.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for four qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Oh, nice shot by Doncic.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's George. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. Denver in the lead. Here's Wagner. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Wagner showing you how you can get out and run in the transition game.
Here's George. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Hits the trifecta.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. One of the best lob partners in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Pass to Wagner. This one for three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. 76ers trail by 5. Here's Edwards. And he drives in. Got it. Edwards has got 6.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Abdul-Jabbar misses.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead, leading by a point. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Sixers trailing. Here's George. And it's Denver with a rebound. Hunter on the wing. There's the triple. They get it again. Westbrook outside. 4 on the clock. And there's the triple.
Oh, my.
I mean, just hard on that one, B.A.
Boy, you can't ignore Westbrook on the glass now. There's nothing he doesn't do on the court.
Left side, Johnson. And he lobs it up to the rim. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Ooh, good chance here for Hunter. Alexander Walker grabs the board. 76ers trail by 3.
Nuggets foul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
A 3 off the inbound. Outside Johnson. The 3, George. Here's Camby. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances. Came up empty. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Outside, Alexander Walker. For 3, George gets the 3 to fall. George has got his second basket of the night.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And again, it's Denver missing. So it's Philadelphia now, trailing by 2. Down low, deflects the pass. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
And look at Wagner get out in transition to make sure they convert.
Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. The Nuggets lead by 4.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Some changes for Philadelphia.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. The 3. And Grimes pulls it down. 76ers trail by 4. Here's Edwards. Driving to the basket. Soft touch off the glass. Edwards got 10.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Najee. No good on the 3. Fast break, Philadelphia. Edwards with it. Now Doncic defending. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Knocked loose. Here's George. Got it. 2 for 5 now. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season for BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself. One of the things that's really impressive about Luka Doncic is his continued growth. I mean, season to season, you see this guy working on himself, working on his mind, how he thinks the game and his body, and becoming a better athlete. That spells trouble for the league.
Picked by Gobert. To the paint. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Nuggets trail by 3. Pass to Doncic. Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
George outside. Ooh, Edwards soars in to finish the lob.
Explosive play in the air by Edwards, and perfectly timed, too, for the alley-oop slam.
Going inside.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. It'll count. That one is off. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Sixers on top, up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. The Sixers lead by 3. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Down low. Wagner with a steal. And they're on the run. The 3 ball. Look at Doncic finishing the break in style.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Here's Alexander Walker, rebounded by Denver. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
You don't see many big guys run the floor like this, do you? I mean, Porzingis special. This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Oh, a really deep 3 that time. George has got 9 points.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
And there's a pick. And he's going for the oop here.
Check out Wagner running the play there and helping his team find an opening.
And it's Alexander Walker penetrating. Oh, they pick off the pass. And pushing it up is Denver. The Nuggets again in transition.
Got to give them credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young. And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
But, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Both teams deciding to change it up. 76ers trail by 7. Knocked away.
Denver foul. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's George. 9 points in the game. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And the basket is good.
Boy, you know, the moment Luka gets loose now, his shot is off. Great quick release for the big guy.
George feels it out a bit.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two.
George taking advantage of that close, tight defense, drawing the foul while taking his shot.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
That one drops for him.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
You're not going to find many better two-way players than George. He gets after it at both ends every night.
And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here.
Paul George. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, BA, changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like are more comfortable pushing.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
I love his mentality, not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates, and he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor. Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Denver leading by 7. Westbrook taking his time here. He takes it in, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Boy, that raw explosiveness of Westbrook fully on display there. When he sees a lane, he gets to it hard and fast.
And so Westbrook nails both of them. 76ers trail by 9. It's tipped. It's tipped. Here's Najee. It's rebounded by Wade. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Here's the Taze. He's scoreless. And the shot goes down.
You know, one of the things you have to do to try to stop Westbrook is get physical with him. Bump it, slow him down some, especially on drives where he's looking to go right downhill, down your throat.
It's George on the wing. 5 points in the game. Changes up. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Oh, George with a steal. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, let's look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Pass to Black. Outside Hunter. A deep 3. It's rebounded by Wade.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
1 second left. And that's not going to go. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. It's
45.
fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Nuggets lead by 8. Doncic with it. The three, Porzingis. Lets it go from deep. From deep range, KP hits it.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
And Doncic with the jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
George with the bucket.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Pass to Doncic. They set the screen.
76ers foul. Johnson. That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Brown. And again, Denver with a three.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's George. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And it's out of bounds. The Sixers able to retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth.
Denver foul. Brown. That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
George for three. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Porzingis sets a screen. Pass to Brown. 4-3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
76ers trail by 16. Here's George. Rebounded by Denver. And here's Denver. They're on a 14-6 run. And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Porzingis. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Now George. Pass to Tomljanovic. Kicks it to George. That's a miss. His 6th miss in 11 tries.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Doncic outside. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage.
Oh, my goodness! Disrespectful. Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Deflected. Denver leading by 20.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Nuggets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Luka Doncic.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Picked by Gobert. Edwards for 3. He buries it from 3. And Denver has possession. 22 was their biggest lead.
That's his first personal foul. 13 foul.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Wagner. Let's go with a 3. Paul George pulls down the board. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 19-point game. Out